Okay, time out. Let's see if this resonates with you. So you've heard of people being on GLP-1s and you've seen some people who have had some really good success with them. And so you're starting to think, well, maybe I need to try one, but you have no idea whether or not you could get a GLP-1 or where to even start. So let's talk about it. I'm Tiffany. I'm a physician assistant, but I'm also a GLP-1 advocate. So I help people get access to GLP-1s when they can't get it with traditional insurance. So if you're struggling with that, there's some resources for you over here, but stay tuned because I'm gonna walk you through the entire process. There's basically 3 simple steps you're gonna need to follow if you're at this point. Step 1 is you're gonna need to see if you have insurance coverage. And unfortunately, this step is a lot harder sometimes than it seems. Now, in theory, you can call your insurance company or you can check their online formulary. Now, you're going to be checking for things like semaglutide or tirzepatide, or maybe even the name brands Wegovy or Zepbound. You can call your insurance and ask to talk to a representative and ask them if you have obesity coverage. Or more importantly, you can ask them if you have an exclusion for obesity coverage. If they say you have an exclusion, that means they are not going to cover anything for weight loss no matter what you do. Now, unfortunately, a lot of insurance companies are going to give you a runaround talk here, and they're going to tell you that they do cover it, but it has restrictions. So you're not going to get a straight answer. So for a lot of people, they start out by going to their primary care provider, getting a prescription, and having to see if it's covered at the pharmacy. But then a lot of people find out the hard way that it's either not covered or going to be very, very expensive. All right, step 2. Let's say you've made it here, you know you don't have insurance coverage, and a lot of people stop because they just don't know what to do. But let's talk about how you would proceed if we know your insurance is not going to cover. So basically at this point, you would either need to go through the brand directly and do their self-pay programs. This would still require you to have a prescription through your primary care that gets sent directly to the brand itself. This is going to be a cash pay program and you're going to pay them directly and they send it to the house. This option does not use insurance, does not go towards your deductible. You can still use HSA or FSA funds. Then for about probably half of the cost, you could potentially do a compounded option. Now, this gets a little hairy because not all compounded providers are equal. There certainly are some bad actors out there. So if you are looking for a reputable compounding situation, if you'll just put the word compound down in the comment section, I can send you a list of reputable places that I prefer to work with that I think use high quality compounding pharmacies. If you decide to go with a telehealth option, you don't actually already need a prescription because you are going to do an evaluation through the telehealth company and then they are going to supply you with the prescription through their providers. This is also going to be a cash pay situation, does not use insurance, but you can generally use FSA or HSA funds to pay for this. And then step 3 is that you've got to make sure that whatever provider that you've picked knows how to help guide you through this medication, okay? Just giving you a prescription and giving you the medication is only half the equation because along the way, you're going to need help with side effects and dosing and maintenance, and all of that is just as important as giving you the prescription. A good provider is going to guide you through all that, not just hand you the prescription and disappear. So check your coverage, know your options, find the right provider. That's it. Let me know if you have questions. And as always, hit the follow button. I'll tell you all the things you gotta know.